We are back with the Screen Team. We've got movie reviews for you right here, and we're doing sports movies. We've got Jim Sanchez on the show, and we're doing, like I said, sports movies. We did Slapshot earlier on in the show. We took care of the movie Rudy, and now a classic baseball movie back from, I think, 42 was when this movie came out, The Pride of the Yankees. And what I didn't know was how close this movie came out to the passing of Lou Gehrig. I think it was like a year and a half after he passed away. They did this movie, and I was like, wow, that's really, really soon. Yankees. I know you're a Cubs fan. Do you have any love or hatred towards the Yankees at all, Jim?
No, I will say that the Yankees, you got to like them because they've just done it time and time again.
Do you have to like them though? Do you have to?
You don't have to. You're right. You don't have to like them.
Okay.
I mean,
all right.
There's the Cubs and everybody else, I guess.
Unless you're a Cardinal. 11 rings, baby. 11 rings.
Talk to me about lately.
I love this. Is awesome. All right. So let's get back on track, Jim. All right. Pride of the Yankees. Who is playing Lou Gehrig in this film?
Who is playing Lou Gehrig? But Gary Cooper.
Gary Cooper, the legendary Gary Cooper.
Legendary.
I don't think anybody else could have played him, man, because he knocks it out of the park.
He nailed it. He couldn't have done it better. And even if you look at the real Lou Gehrig or even his speech that he gave at the end, they look very similar.
They do, yep.
So I thought, that he couldn't have done it any better.
I like this movie because not only does it show Lou Gehrig's, just awesome career in baseball, but it also shows what kind of man he was as a family man. He was very devoted to his parents, his mom especially, and then you see that when he, finds a spouse, finds a wife, and he was very devoted to her as well. And it was just, I liked both aspects, the baseball aspect of this movie, but also the aspect of family as well.
Yeah, I thought that had a major role in the movie because I think one of the biggest scenes, the turning point in the movie, is when Lou Gehrig had to tell his mom that he wasn't going to be an engineer like his Uncle Louie.
Right.
And I thought that was a big point where he had to step up to her and say, you know what, I'm going to follow my passion, follow my dreams, and become a baseball player. He had, talent for it, so he was going to do that. And the other part in the movie, which I thought was significant, he talked about his spouse, is that his mom came in and tried to decorate the whole house, and he had to sort of step in and say, no, this is my wife.
That's tough.
Right.
That's a tough talk right there.
Tough talk.
So are you a fan of this movie? Do you like it?
Yeah, no, it's one of my all-time favorite movies. I've seen it many, many times. It's always something I'll go back if I'm looking for a movie to watch. And when we talked about doing the movies, I was very glad that this one was on the list.
Why is this one of your favorite movies? Is it just because it's a feel-good movie? Is that the main reason, or is there other reasons why that you like it?
Well, I'm a baseball fan, and I think it's just it's a baseball movie, but it's also a great story about, again, persistence and perseverance and just following your dreams and, doing the right thing. And, I like the part where Babe Ruth played Babe Ruth in it. Yeah. So I think Bill Dickey played Bill Dickey, another baseball player for the Yankees back in that era. Sure. So I thought it was good to see those guys in movies and see some of the antics they pulled, like on the train where they ate the guy's hat. And, that was funny.
Let's see here. Let's talk about Lou Gehrig personally. For those who don't know, Lou Gehrig had just an incredible record of games played. And for people who don't understand or don't follow baseball, I think at the time it wasn't 162. It was like 150 games a season, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a little bit shorter.
It was a little bit shorter a season, but still, you're playing 150 some odd games each particular season, and he didn't take a day off.
No, he played 2,130 games straight.
Not, if you had a bruise, you play. If you're sick, you got a flu, you play. There was nothing stopping him until one day, and it was one of the sad scenes in the film. He was like, I need a day off. And you could tell from right there that then
it got real quick.
Thank you. It got real quick. And then we get to his famous speech, and Jim, we talked about it in the last review, how there's those moments where you're watching a sports movie and it kind of gets to you. Field of Dreams we talked about, Rudy we talked about, and then you got Lou Gehrig's speech, which signified the end of his career and a lot deeper stuff as well. But that one gets you too.
That gets you, so much, because here's a man that's dying. He knows he's dying, but he considered himself one of the luckiest guys in the whole world.
Yeah.
or on the face of the earth, as he put it.
Yeah, it's really really a good movie. Do you think our younger generation, if we got somebody out there who's listening or watching right now and they love baseball, do you think they can relate to this film?
I think they could. I think maybe because it's in black and white might turn them off a little bit, but I think the message is there.
Yeah.
So if they really looked into it with an open mind and sort of watched it, there's some good baseball scenes in there, some good funny stuff. It's enough to keep you entertained and send a message to you. So yes, I do think it can relate to somebody that really wants to watch it with an open mind.
I agree with Jim. I remember the first time I saw it, I was going through my grandpa's collection of movies, and I was like, Pride of the Yankees, what's this? I don't want to watch no Yankee movie, but it was baseball, and everything to me was baseball, baseball, baseball. So I gave it a chance, and I loved it.
Yeah, no, it was.
I loved it.
If you're a baseball fan, you definitely love it.
Yeah.
If you're a sports fan, you love it. But even if you're just a regular person that wants a feel-good movie, and it should be on the list.
Beautiful. The movie's called Pride of the Yankees, and you can find it. It's a tough find. Maybe you can check Amazon.com to pick up a copy. Jim and I kind of watched it on YouTube, but there's it's some hard good copies to find, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So if you get a good copy of it, find it, keep it, share it with your friends for sure. Pride
Definitely
of the
watch
Yankees.
it.
All right, Jim. Even though you're a Cubs fan, I want you to come back. Would you come back to the screen team?
Oh, definitely. I enjoyed it immensely, and maybe take a different genre.
Sure. Whatever you want, man. We'll have you back on for
I'd
sure.
love to be back. It's awesome.
Before you go, anything you want to plug? Anything you want to say hi to? So you want to say hi to anybody?
No, just want to say thanks for having me here, and I appreciate it. I enjoy watching your YouTube videos, and keep it up.
Awesome. He's Jim. I'm Chris. We're part of the screen team, and remember, we want you to know before you go.